And I can tell you one thing, Canadians love Americans, absolutely love Americans. I have a tremendous amount of friends, close friends. As I said, I spent 20 years of my life down in Illinois, and even Republicans, they aren't too happy with what President Trump is doing. So make no mistake about it, it's not everyone else. It's one person causing these problems. Rather than put the AMCAN fortress in or ring around America and the U.S., America and Canada, and make it the strongest, most resilient, wealthiest, safest jurisdictions in the world, he'd rather come after us. I've never seen anything like it. It's unacceptable. We will never be the 51st state. We'll always be your best friend, your closest trading partner. And again, I just want to thank all the governors. I know some couldn't make it. We have great relationships with Minnesota and Illinois and Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York State, and Quebec and Ontario. Just think of that corridor. That's an economic powerhouse the world has not seen, the U.S. has not seen, and Canada. Those states and those two provinces do the greatest amount to your GDP, both countries, than any other jurisdiction. And we're going to continue building that. Even though President Trump thinks protectionism is great. Well, why doesn't he look into what Ronald Reagan said many years ago about protectionism? It sounds great for a little bit, but what it does, it creates inflation. That's what it does. And we're seeing inflation already in both countries. It decreases competition. It just does not work anywhere in the world. And as sure as I'm standing here, it's going to come to fruition that we're already seeing inflation. You're going to eventually see job losses because a tariff on Canada is a tax on Americans, tax on American people, tax on American companies. So I look forward to working with my great colleagues. You know, I'll be very blunt. You never know what comes out of a meeting with President Trump. He'll say one thing one day and change his mind the next day. Again, we need certainty. We need certainty for our economies. I know that 9 million Americans wake up every single morning to produce a product or a widget for Ontario alone. We want to grow that. We want to be there when the U.S. needs our energy, that 1.5 million Americans wake up with the lights on and business going because the energy we ship down there in New York and in Michigan and Minnesota, I want to ship them more energy. I want to send them critical minerals. As China has the market cornered, I want to focus on the critical minerals. We have more critical minerals than anywhere in the entire world. That our greatest friends and allies south of the border need. That's what I want to come out of the conversation. I don't want the Prime Minister in there getting bullied and telling them you're doing this, you're doing that. It's not going to work. It will never, ever work. Hopefully they can come out with a great deal, a fair trade deal for both sides of the border. Again, we're intertwined. You know, everything that happens, we have so many companies in Ontario. If I describe Ontario, this is how I describe it. If you could put all the headquarters in the world, in the US, in one jurisdiction, that's Toronto and the GTHA area. So every major corporation that is in the US has an office or Canadian headquarters in Toronto and the Greater Toronto area. So hopefully it will come out with positive results. And I'm confident that the Prime Minister is going to go in there and do a great job. He's a smart business person. So let's see what happens. 60% of all products down in the U.S., be it aerospace, military, manufacturing, rely on high-grade nickel from Ontario. They rely on the aluminum that's coming from Quebec. The farmers in Pennsylvania, up in Wisconsin, rely on the potash coming in from Saskatchewan and the uranium coming from Saskatchewan into Ontario for the refining, and it gets enriched down into the U.S. But the president has two choices when it comes to that. He can deal with his closest friend and ally, or he can deal with China and Russia. And it seems like he's given more love to China and Russia than he is his closest ally in the entire world. So hopefully this meeting, we can move forward and let's see what comes from it.